A Spier and Mackay piqué polo costs $55. Two-ply yarn, 210 grams per square meter. Mother of pearl buttons, the same GSM weight as designer polos at 3 times the price. By the end of this video, you will know the 5 polo brands publishing the truth. Brand number 1, Spier and Mackay. Canadian dress shirt and suit maker founded by Andrew Spier and David Mackay. Direct-to-consumer model, limited retail presence, the cost structure that makes the price possible. The polo line follows the same playbook as the suits and dress shirts the brand built its reputation on. Construction over marketing, specs published on the product page. The buyer can verify what he is paying for. The fabric specifications run 100% cotton piqué at 210 grams per square meter on the upper line. Two-ply yarn, meaning each thread in the piqué knit is twisted from 2 strands rather than 1. Two-ply construction adds durability, hand feel, and color retention that single-ply commodity polos cannot match at any price. The button material is mother of pearl on select models. Real shell, heat-resistant, the aesthetic depth that no plastic button can replicate. Plastic buttons are made for fractions of a cent per unit. Mother of pearl runs 30 to 80 cents per unit. The cost differential is real, and the visual differential is visible from across a room. The collar construction options run across 3 tiers. Curl-resistant rib for the buyer who wants traditional polo silhouette. Shirt-style collar with sewn-in stays for the buyer who wants the polo to wear under a sport coat without the collar collapsing. Button-down for the buyer who wants the Ivy League aesthetic. 3 construction options at the same $55 price point. 2-button or 3-button plackets. Rib cuffs, split 'em, pre-shrunk fabric, meaning the polo will not change dimensions after the first wash. These are not marketing claims. These are construction specifications published on every product page. Pricing runs $55 at base price with a 20% discount on 2 or more units active through most of the calendar year. The effective price for the buyer purchasing 2 polos at a time is $44 per unit. If you watched our breakdown on the 5 cheap suit brands that are absolute gold mines, Spier and Mackay anchored that lineup as well. Same brand, same construction discipline, same refusal to charge for marketing the buyer can see through. The polo line is the natural extension of the suit philosophy. The buyer who has figured out the construction over marketing thesis buys both from the same maker. Smart men know that a $55 polo with 210 GSM 2-ply yarn, mother of pearl buttons, and 3 collar construction options is the same fabric weight Asket charges $120 for. The difference is the absence of supply chain marketing premium. The same GSM, half the price. The buyer who has figured out the supply chain wears Spier and Mackay polos to the office. The man who has not figured this out yet pays $135 at the department store for a polo with a logo on the chest, a single-layer collar that curls within 2 seasons, and standard plastic buttons. Brand number 2, Buck Mason, founded in 2013 in Venice, California, by Sasha Coyne and Eric Schnackenberg. The brand earned national attention for purchasing the BM Knitting Mills facility in Monton, Pennsylvania, a 100-year-old American knitting mill on the verge of permanent closure. Buck Mason bought the mill, hired the craftsmen, and preserved a piece of American textile manufacturing. That mill produces Buck Mason's T-line. The polo line uses imported manufacturing. The buyer should know this distinction before buying. Buck Mason polos are not American-made. The construction underneath the polo is what justifies the position on this list. The polo lineup runs across 2 distinct construction tiers, each named on the product page. The suited cotton polo runs at $58, 145 grams per square meter of cotton jersey, suited for additional softness, 2-button mitered placket. The lighter weight summer polo for warm weather wear. The field spec rugby polo runs at $98, 310 grams per square meter of yarn-dyed cotton jersey. This is the heaviest polo construction in this entire video. 310 GSM is vintage rugby cloth tier, the weight and durability of the polo shirts that built the rugby uniform tradition before modern fast fashion stripped construction down to commodity standards. The field spec rugby includes a 3-button placket with genuine shell buttons, ribbed cuffs, side seam vents for movement. The construction is heavier than most British rugby brands at $150 retail. Yarn-dyed cotton is the technical detail that justifies the price. Yarn-dyed means the cotton thread is dyed before it is knitted into fabric, rather than the fabric being dyed after construction. The result is deeper color saturation, better color retention through hundreds of washes, and the slight color variation across the fabric surface that gives heritage polos their character. Smart men know that 310 GSM rugby construction at $98 exists nowhere else in the global market at this price tier. The same construction at British heritage rugby brands runs $150 to $200. The Buck Mason Field Spec is the cheapest vintage rugby cloth weight polo available anywhere. The man who has figured out the GSM scale buys the Field Spec for fall and winter wear. The man who has not figured out the weight scale pays the same dollar amount for 180 GSM commodity construction with a designer logo on the chest. Before we continue, you need 3 concepts, 3 things you can verify on any polo before paying retail. GSM weight, grams per square meter. The fabric weight measurement that determines drape, durability, and lifespan. 3 tiers, lightweight, 140 to 160 grams per square meter. Summer-only construction, drapes loosely on the body. Wears thin within 2 seasons of regular use. Midweight, 180 to 220 grams per square meter. Year-round wearable, holds shape, lasts 5 years with regular wear and proper care. Heavyweight, 240 to 310 grams per square meter. Vintage rugby cloth tier, structured, lasts decades. Rare in modern polo production because the heavier construction costs more in raw materials and processing time. Most designer polos at $150 sit at 180 to 200 GSM, the same weight as Goldmine polos at $55. The brand markup is what changes, not the fabric weight. Cotton fiber grade. The second concept, the cotton variety determines hand feel, color retention, and longevity beyond the GSM weight alone. Pima Supima cotton is USA grown extra long staple cotton. Soft hand. Retains color through hundreds of washes. The premium American cotton tier. Sea Island cotton is the rarest commercial cotton variety. Longest staple length of any cotton in production. The premium British knitwear standard. Egyptian organic cotton is long staple cotton grown without pesticides. The premium organic fiber tier used by sustainability-focused brands. Mercerised cotton is cotton chemically treated to add sheen, strength, and color depth. The signature finish of Italian and English heritage polos. Standard cotton is the shortest staple grade, pills faster, fades faster. Found on most polos under $50 and on many designer polos hiding the fiber grade specification. The polo's spec sheet should specify which fiber grade the buyer is paying for. Most designer polos do not publish this information. The brands hiding the fiber grade are usually hiding shorter staple cotton sold at premium prices. Collar construction. The third concept, the detail that separates throwaway polos from heirloom polos. Standard ribbed collar is single-layer ribbed cotton, curls within 2 seasons, found on most polos under $50. The default modern construction. Double-layer self-fabric collar is 2 layers of polo body fabric with a collar band, built like a woven dress shirt, does not curl. The signature of premium polo construction, found on Wang and select premium brands. Knitted collar is a separate piece, knitted to specific gauge and attached to the body, found on heritage British and Italian polos. The original 1933 René Lacoste polo design used this construction. The test takes 10 seconds. Look at the polo's spec sheet. If it does not list GSM weight, fiber grade, and collar construction, the brand is hiding the construction tier you're paying for. Brand number 3. Wang. Direct-to-consumer brand founded by Wang. The brand built its reputation on a single product category, the polo, and on a single construction detail that defines the entire price proposition. The polo construction at Kent Wang is built around the collar. Most polo collars are single-layer ribbed cotton, knitted as a separate piece and attached to the body. The collar curls. The collar loses its shape after 20 washes. The collar identifies the polo as commodity construction within the first season of wear. Kent Wang built the polo collar like a woven dress shirt, 2 layers of self-fabric, the same cotton piqué as the polo body, with a collar band stitched between the layers. The construction is architectural rather than knitted. The collar holds its shape. The collar does not curl. The collar wears the same way the polo body wears through hundreds of washes without losing its silhouette. The button material is genuine mother-of-pearl. 3-button placket, premium soft cotton piqué fabric, slim fit cut with slim tall and American fit options expanded in the 2025 collection. The colorways run across 10 options: navy, white, gray, black, light blue, dark green, maroon, brown, pink, ivory. The long sleeve rugby version runs $95. Same double layer collar construction, same mother-of-pearl buttons, same cotton piqué fabric, scaled up for cooler weather. The buyer building a year-round wardrobe at this construction tier covers both seasons through Kent Wang for under $170 total, the price of one designer polo with a logo on the chest. Pricing is $75 across all colorways at the standard short sleeve polo. No tiered pricing by color, no premium fabric upgrade option. The brand sells one polo, built one way, at one price. This is the construction detail as product strategy in pure form. Kent Wang did not build the brand on supply chain transparency or country of origin storytelling. The brand was built on the collar. Smart men know the collar test. Pinch the collar between thumb and finger. If you feel one stiff layer, the collar is single-ply ribbed and will curl within 20 washes. If you feel 2 distinct layers of fabric with a collar band sandwiched between them. The collar is the woven dress shirt construction and will hold its shape across hundreds of washes. 3 seconds. The construction tier becomes obvious. The buyer paying $75 at Kent Wang gets the collar construction that designer polos charge $200 for. The buyer paying $135 at department stores for designer polos gets the collar construction that commodity polos at $15 also use. The man who has figured out the collar test buys Kent Wang. The man who has not figured this out yet keeps replacing his polos every 2 seasons because the collars curl and the polos look unprofessional after the 3rd wash. If GSM weight and fiber grade matter to you more than the logo on the chest, subscribe. No paid sponsorships in this video. No brand deals that influence rankings. Just construction data and prices. Brand number 4, Asket, Swedish brand founded in 2015 by August Bard Bringaeus and Jakob Dworsky. The brand was built around an explicit anti-fast fashion mission: no seasonal collections, no sales, no promotional discounting cycles. A permanent collection of garments designed to be replaced only when worn out, not when the calendar rotates. The operational model matters because it explains the price tier. Most apparel brands run 2 to 4 seasonal collections per year, with markdowns and promotional cycles built into the calendar. Asket runs one permanent collection. Every garment is designed once and produced continuously. The model funds the longer development cycle and the supply chain disclosure that defines the brand. The Asket Pique Polo is the brand's signature short-sleeve polo. 210 grams per square meter of organic cotton. Classic piqué knit. French placket construction. Tonal buttons. The supply chain is the central differentiator. Asket publishes the complete production chain on the product page, with each stage geographically specified and traceable. The cotton is farmed and ginned in Gujarat, India. The fabric is knitted at the Gabratex mill in Braga, Portugal, one of the European cotton knitwear mills that supplies premium European brands. The dyeing and finishing happens in Vila Nova de Cerveira, Portugal. The cut and sew happens in Barcelos, Portugal. The mother-of-pearl buttons are sourced from Indonesia and manufactured in Bergamo, Italy. 92% of the supply chain is traced to origin and disclosed publicly. This is rare in apparel manufacturing. Most brands at any price point do not disclose more than country of final cut and sew. Asket discloses cotton field, ginning facility, knitting mill, dyeing location, finishing location, sewing facility, button source, and button manufacturer. The Polo is offered in 3 lengths per size, short, regular, long, to fit body proportions that standard sizing systems compromise. The colorways run navy, white, dark olive, dark navy, black. Pricing is $120 on the United States site. The price is consistent across regions, adjusted only for currency conversion. This is the highest price tier in this video. $120 exists at the upper edge of the cheap goldmine framing. The price tier is justified by what the buyer is paying for. The same 210 GSM weight as Spier and Mackay at $55, plus full supply chain disclosure, plus 3-length sizing system, plus the brand's permanent collection no-sales operating model. Smart men know what the price differential covers. The fabric weight is identical to Spier and Mackay. The construction is comparable. The premium is paying for full supply chain disclosure and the operational model that supports it. The buyer who values supply chain transparency pays the premium. The buyer who values fabric weight alone buys Spier and Mackay. Both purchases are defensible. Neither is a logo tax. The price reflects what the buyer is choosing. Brand number 5, Charles Tyrwhitt, British shirt retailer founded in 1986 by Nick Wheeler in Cambridge, England. Family-owned operation. Nearly 4 decades of continuous British retail menswear. The Polo line operates a published 2-tier system that the buyer can verify on the product page. The pique Polo runs $59 to $69. Classic mid-weight cotton pique construction. Anti-pilling finish, meaning the fabric is treated during finishing to resist the small fiber balls that form on standard cotton polos after 15 to 20 washes. 30 colors across 7 sizes from extra small to triple extra large. The size range is broader than most polo brands offer at this price tier. The Smart Jersey Polo runs $79 to $89. Mercerized cotton construction. Mercerization is the chemical treatment process invented by John Mercer in 1844. Mercer was a Lancashire chemist who discovered that treating cotton fibers with a concentrated caustic soda solution under tension caused the fibers to swell, become rounder in cross-section, and develop a smooth surface that reflects light. The process makes the cotton stronger by approximately 25%, retains color longer, and develops the subtle sheen that defines Italian and English heritage knitwear at $300 and up. The chemistry has not changed in nearly 2 centuries because the result has not been improved upon. Manufacturing is contract production in Vietnam. The country of cut and sew is the cost differential. The fiber grade and the mercerization process are British heritage construction specifications applied at Vietnamese labor cost. The brand operates an extensive in-store retail presence in the United Kingdom and select international markets, plus a direct-to-consumer online operation. The retail model amortizes the operating cost across volume, allowing the polo prices to remain at the $59 to $89 range despite the construction tier. Smart men know that mercerized cotton at $89 is the same fiber treatment that appears in Italian heritage polos at $300 and English heritage knitwear at $400. The mercerization process is identical. The country of construction is the variable. Italian and English heritage labels charge a brand premium that reflects retail location and family name marketing. Charles Tyrwhitt charges what the construction actually costs to deliver. The buyer paying $89 for a Charles Tyrwhitt Smart Jersey Polo gets mercerized cotton construction at the price commodity polos charge for standard cotton. The man who has not figured out the mercerization process pays $300 for the same fiber treatment in a different country with a different brand name. 5 polo brands smart men actually buy. Different countries, same pattern. GSM weight published, fiber grade specified, collar construction documented. The brands on this list publish all 3. Most do not. If you own any polo over $75, look at the spec sheet. 3 answers: GSM weight, cotton fiber grade, collar construction tier. The 10-second spec sheet test will tell you whether the polo in your closet is construction you paid for or marketing you paid for. Here is what the test looks like in practice. Pull a polo from your closet. Open the brand's product page on your phone. Search the description for 3 keywords: GSM, fiber, collar. If all 3 appear with specific numbers and named construction tiers, the polo is honest. If the page lists colors, fits, and styling notes, but no construction data, the polo is built for marketing margin, not for the man wearing it. Drop your favorite Goldmine polo brand in the comments, or one we missed. The brands smart men buy are not the brands the marketing tells you about. If you missed our breakdown on the 7 designer polo brands robbing you blind, it is linked below. Nearly 100,000 men have watched that one. And our video on the 5 cheap men's clothing brands everyone ignores covers the broader value framework across categories. Both follow the construction the same way this one did. Subscribe. This channel follows the GSM, not the logo.